Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is October 2016 and I'm honestly somewhat embarrassed to share this update this month. So made some what I would consider mistakes. Yeah, we were just in a situation where had no vehicle for the past 2 months and yeah, had to purchase a new vehicle this month. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So income this month, this was a 3 paycheck month, thankfully. So gross income was $4,677.81. Had to pay $1,216 in taxes. Still don't have the 401k set up. I explained that before. Take-home pay is $3,461.58. So pretty good month. I want to see if that's my best ever. Almost my best ever month. It looks like July 2015 last year. I ended up making 4,800. That was from working like 100 and something hours a week. So this is just working normal work weeks, 40, 50-hour work weeks, but getting paid 3 times. So one of my best months ever for income, so it's pretty good. For rental income, made $1,000 even this month. So I've got some problems I need to fix here as well. So I've got the triplex fully rented, at least on paper. The two most recent people that have rented, their rents are $500 a month. The oldest person that was doing all the work that rented maybe, let's see, he rented in January of this year. It was when he started his lease. Has not paid rent again. And so he's almost lived there a year. I think he's paid 3 rents total so far, and then he's done quite a bit of work for me. So I don't have any more work for him to do on the house at the moment. So I need to work something out with him. He's maybe 10 days or so behind at this point, but I'm going to have to talk with him and either set an ultimatum, or I may just say, hey, you can't afford to live here. Your options are either eviction, which doesn't usually end well, and it's going to be on your permanent record, or two, you're just going to have to leave. And then I'll keep his deposit, and we'll just call it even. So. Not the best person to rent to. The other 2 people are doing really good, and I'm not too concerned about them. My expenses are like $320, $350 a month for the mortgage, so I'm still up $700. But frustrating that he is, not paying his $450 a month, which is not too much for a 1-bedroom house. 2016 totals are here at the bottom, and lifetime totals are also here at the bottom. So it looks like we're about to cross the $100,000 mark for take-home pay. All right, jumping into the net worth here. So house number 2, no changes, still at 95,000. Truck, we're going to come back to this one, I think. So I do not have the truck, but I'm going to populate debts first. So 401k is now at 13,539, and then that brings us to the vehicle situation. So I got rid of the truck, the 1999 Dodge Ram with the Hemi engine, had about 96,000 miles on it. Was having transmission issues. So I had the truck for about 5 months total. I think in 5 months, I had 1 month where it was actually working, and I could drive it. And 4 of those months, I either had alternator issues, transmission issues, electrical issues. I mean, it's just nonstop constantly. So I was having to put thousands and thousands of dollars. So this time it was transmission issues. Took it to the Dodge dealership and got a few quotes from a few different repair companies out there. It was ranging, it needed a completely new transmission after 97,000 miles on it, which I think's insane. I didn't drive, I only drove the truck maybe 1,500 miles since I bought it. And I knew the person that had it before, was kind of a family friend. And they drove it pretty easily. Like it wasn't, ever pulling super heavy loads. It was never floored or anything like that. So, yeah, the quotes I'm getting are about $4,000 to make the transmission repair. So I had been walking to work at this point for about a month and a half, which work was about 5 minutes away. But a little bit embarrassing, I guess, walking into a new job and walking to work. But so I think I had, maybe some stress going on because, having to do that every single day and the way that that looked. But so I made the decision to get rid of the truck, sell it to the dealership, and then I purchased a new, somewhat new, 2015 Chevy Silverado. So I paid 40,000 even for the truck, and I know it's 2016. I purchased I was trying to find one of the cheaper options. So when I went to the dealership, they had one that had like Crown Royal decal stickers, and it was used at one of the racetracks as a pace car. The truck had about 2,400 miles on it, but had never been sold before. They just used it as a pace car. Um, well, nobody wanted to buy the truck because of the Crown Royal decals on it. But when I went up to the truck and looked at it, the decals were just magnetic, and so you could easily just pull them off, and then it's just a white Chevy pickup truck. Um, so yeah, I pulled the decals off. The original list price was 52,000 something. I ended up getting it for 40,000, which I thought was a super good deal, especially with just 2,000 miles on it. And it's a 1 year old model that the dealership was struggling to sell because of the decals, which I don't know why they didn't just take those off and sell it. But so for the net worth statement, I'm putting it again. I try to be very conservative. So house number two, my tax assessment says it's 135,000, which I know is incorrect. It's probably 100, 110, somewhere in there. So I'm trying to be conservative with the property here. For the truck, I bought it for 40,000. It's a new truck. I know they go down as soon as you drive them off the lot. So I'm going to put it at 35,000. I ended up putting quite a bit down on this. So we'll change this to white real quick. Okay, so the truck is now at negative 20,140. So I ended up almost putting 20,000 down of the 40,000, so almost 50% down, which helped my monthly payment a lot. So I purchased this truck, and so we're going to change this to truck 2015 truck. I financed the truck on 60 months at 3.75%. My monthly payment is 368.64. So I don't have to make the first. This is the amount I owe today, 20,140. So I'll make my first payment in November. But I'll just start chipping away at that, and then I'll probably pay it off early. And then I will actually own this truck outright, unlike the first car that I purchased. I was not a huge fan of the lease, and I really did not want to do this, but I looked for used vehicles in the area, and I feel like I got burnt on that last truck. I paid 7,000 for it. I sold it to the dealership for 5,000, even with the transmission issues. So I lost $2,000 in looks like 5 months on that truck. But this one I should not have any problems with. I can use it, for the rental properties, for doing remodels, for mowing yards, for all that stuff, and driving it to work and back. So yeah, unfortunate situation, but at least I have a reliable vehicle now. I can make it to work. And if it rains, I don't have to, walk through the rain to get to work. But okay, so house number two, I did make my house payment again this month, as I do every month. So $42,578 is what I owe. So our debt did climb up about 20,000, mainly from the truck this month. But checkings account, we know, took a pretty drastic hit because I put 15,000 down on the truck here, and so we're now at $21,169 in my personal checkings account. And then I did save all of the money from the rental checkings account this month, so it's at $7,028. So total cash right now is $28,197. And I still have the goal sometime in April or May of 2017, I need to end the lease. So my girlfriend and I are leasing an apartment right now. It's not super expensive to live there, thankfully, about $400-ish a month probably for my portion, including electric. But our lease will be up in April or May, in the end of April 2017. So I do need to keep saving up and try to get to 30 or 40,000, enough to put a 20% down payment on a decent house for us to live in. But I still have, let's see, about 6 months or so before that point, but so got some time, but I'm not moving in the right direction, unfortunately. So net worth for October 2016 is $109,018. So it dropped down about 5,000, and that's mainly for buying a truck, worth 40,000 and then immediately putting it at 35,000. So that pretty much explains all of the $5,000 loss. If it was not for that, then I would have actually saved 1,500 this month because I sold the 1999 Dodge truck for 5,000 to the dealership, and then I dropped 5,000 here. So I was actually minus 6,500, but only in minus 5,000 from that. So I actually was plus 1,500 if it, just on paper it looks like I'm negative. So goal pace, we had to, suffer there. So yeah, we fell way behind this month, $23,601. So dropped about $7,000 from our goal pace. But um, I don't know, a little bit depressing, a little bit of an embarrassing update. I wish I could, purchase a used vehicle in the area and that it would be reliable and I'd not have any issues or, yeah, just I couldn't find anything. And, just from waiting 2 months worth of, walking to work, I just made the decision to purchase something and move on. So I will have to pay this off over time. Luckily, I've got a good job making pretty good income right now. It's everything's super close to me except for house number 2 here. It's about 20 minutes away. Um, oh yeah, I was thinking about selling house number 2 as well. I'm not quite sure. So as you know, I'm having issues with the one guy paying rent, but if I sold the house, I only owe 42,000 on it roughly right now. And if it sells for, let's say, 100,000 minus closing costs, even if it sells for, I gross 95 afterward, then at closing they'd write me a check for 50,000, and then plus the 28,000 I have right now. So that would put me at 80,000 in cash, and then I would be like immediately ready to move into the next house, preferably by April or May of 2017. So I've been thinking about that. It would take me, let's see, if I got 50,000 and my rent's, I'm making 1,000 a month, so it'd take me 4 years roughly to make that same amount that I have in equity on this house in rent. So I'd have to wait 4 years to make the same amount that I could make, just from selling the house now. So I'm not sure what I'll do. Right now, I'm just going to keep renting it. I'll work with that guy to get him out of the house, but that's kind of what's going on there. A couple more updates here. So the mowing, the mowing situation. My previous boss, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't think he's going to pay me for it. I got $1,000. I mowed all 25 of his properties. He probably has 50 or so something properties. I don't know how many, but some of them are closer than others. And so the ones that are in the same area that house number 2 is for me, I'm mowing those for him, just push mowing them every other week. So he is supposedly paying me $400 each week that I mow for him. So this has been month number 4. I've only been paid like $1,800 so far. So he owes me $2,600 for mowing. Um, and I've told him, hey, I mean, you owe me this money, like we had a deal. I don't think he's going to give it to me. I think in his mind, he just thinks that I owe him the money for him giving me my job, and since I quit working for him, that I'm in debt to him to some extent. So I guess I have a difference in opinion on that. I wouldn't think that he seemed fine with it when we made the deal for me to mow all his houses. So I do feel like I got taken advantage of a little bit there too. So I will not be, his properties probably need mowed one more time this year, and I will not be doing that. He'll probably just let them go and let it grow up into a hayfield. But so I think I got stiffed for about $2,600. So man, now that I think of the update, I've got a lot of stuff going on. The $2,600 that I'm not going to get paid for mowing. I've got the truck issues going on. I've got one tenant not paying. Yeah, I've got some problems I need to get fixed here. So nevertheless, I'm still motivated. Still going to buckle down. I'll keep working hard. Hopefully I can get him out of that house and get in there and get it fixed up and then get it rented to the next people. And I can either sulk and, complain about my situation or do something about it, take action and, make the best of a bad situation. So all we can do is move forward and look forward to 2017 and even next month, November 2016. So thank you everyone for joining me in the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, things that you'd like me to include in future videos, feel free to comment them down below and I'll be sure to get them included. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you in the next video.